Hi, I'm Dean Crabb, Director at C2 Solutions and your cloud systemization expert. Today I want to talk to you about something that's quite fundamental but important because it's something you do all the time. It's how to move files into Google Drive. Now this is actually something I get asked quite often, usually by people either completely new to Google Drive because they don't understand how to work with cloud. It's slightly different to the old network file storage. How do I work with it? And the other reason it comes up, I find, for people is once they've been using Google for a while, they start to go, look, this is the way I do it, but is that the best way? Is there a better way? Okay, so that's what I'm going to cover in this video. Is basically 3 ways to move files into Google Drive. Okay, so I'm going to go through and show you the 3 ways of getting files into Google Drive, and I'm going to explain some of the implications as we go, because under certain circumstances, some of them are not good. They have some drawbacks, so I'll explain that as we go, okay? So here we go. I'm going to show you my computer. Now, if you've never accessed Google Drive before, you access it through, if you're in your email, you can click the app navigator here, okay, the 9 little dots, and then go Google Drive. And that'll open it in a browser. So this is kind of like looking at the Google Cloud, but you're viewing it in your Chrome browser, okay? And normally it'd open in your My Drive, but I've just kind of drilled into my temp folder, okay? So we're gonna just work in this temp folder. Over on the right-hand side here, I've got the same temp folder. You can see I've gone Google File Stream, My Drive, and then temp. Okay, so we've got the exact same files here and here. Okay, and the Google Drive file stream app is the one that's synchronizing all the things from the cloud to my computer. Okay, just so you understand that. So we call this the Google Cloud, and you access it either through a Chrome browser or through your phone app or something like that. And this is what I call local. Okay, it's not in the cloud up there. Okay, up there, it's local on your computer, okay? So now I'm gonna just make my head disappear because I've recorded this a few times and my head gets in the way. So it's probably better I just explain it like this. Okay, so the first scenario and example is if you're in email, okay, and you've got an invoice or a file, and you can have multiple files. They each get a download icon and they get a save to Google Drive icon. Whoops, I just scrolled down. A save to Google Drive icon like that one, okay? And you can just click that and then it'll instantly save it into the root of your My Drive, but then you want to organize it, otherwise your My Drive just gets full of random files, okay? You need to keep them organized. But if there's multiple files here, they'll each have these icons on them, so you can do them individually, or up the top here, you'll get these same icons, these 2 icons appear up here, and so you can download all of them or you can save all of them to the Google Drive. Now the advantage of this technique is that it's really good for any type of file, large and small, because it goes directly from Google Gmail over to Google Drive without having to come down to your computer and load back up. Okay, so if you have a really slow internet, this is fantastic because it doesn't use your internet at all. It basically just goes from Google Gmail to Google Drive, okay? So going back to my computer, I'm going to click this, okay, and go, it says adding to My Drive, okay, and now it's already done, and then you go Organize, okay, and then you go and navigate where you want that to go. So you can go temp, and then move here, okay, and then okay. So then that'll appear here in the browser almost instantly, there you go. And then we'll synchronize over to your computer. There you go, very quickly. So you can see that the translation between the two, the syncing between the two is very, very quick. Okay, so that's one way. So that's good for small and large files directly from Google Gmail to Google Drive. Now the next one I'm going to show you is uploading from your computer. It could be a file you received, and who knows how you got it. Could have come on a USB, or you've generated it from your computer and you want to upload it. So there's 2 ways to do that. One is directly into Google Drive in the cloud, and one is to the local computer folder. Okay, now I'm going to show you into the cloud, into the browser version first. Okay, so let's go back here. So here's my Google Drive in the browser, and let's say I've got these files here. Okay, this invoice 240. You can grab that and just drag it over and let it go, and I'll put it in that anywhere in there, it'll put it in that folder. Now if you want a subfolder, if you hover over, you'll see it, then it'll select those subfolders, right? and you just need to let it go and it will start. Now I won't do that in a second. Now what happens though if this is hidden? You need to have it open in a tab somewhere. Let's say you're just on the wrong tab. When you drag over, okay, you hover over the tab and then it'll appear, and then you drag down. Okay, if this is completely closed or hidden behind this one, okay, let's just minimize that down. Okay, and you have like that, you can grab that and drag it down to the Chrome icon, and then you pull it over the window you want, and then it'll pop up, and then you let go. Okay, so let go, and then that'll start uploading, and you can see that. Oops, you can see that uploading there. It's already done it quite quick because it's quite small. Okay, so that's really good. I find dragging directly into the Chrome browser kind of nice and quick and instant. And it's good for small files up to 5 to 10 megabytes. Okay, now files larger than that, they take a long time, and that's fine. But the problem is, if you accidentally close the window, it'll interrupt it. So I'm going to show you the problem with that. So let's go back. I'm going to put that over here. Oops, I'll put that over here, and I'm going to select that one there. Okay, now this file is about 2 megabytes. Now when I drag that one over, you watch what happens. I'll put it in here. I'm going to expand my window. Okay, now you see it start here. Okay, starting, there you go. Now if I interrupt and close this tab down now, this upload gets interrupted. And so it's really easy to do. I've tried doing 300 or half a gig files or a gig file. And if you accidentally later in the day, it might take a few hours, and you go and close the window, suddenly you've interrupted your upload and you got to start all over again. Okay, so keep this method for small files or groups of small files. Okay, so you'll see that file is now appeared there. Okay, so let's now put that back over to the left and that one over to the right, the way we were before. And actually, I'll just close that down so it's not in the way. Okay, now the last method I want to show you is moving files from the local, files to the local Google folder. And then what it does is that the Google Drive file stream app trickle feeds it upwards into the cloud. Okay, and so we're going to do that, and so you can watch that happen. So to do that, I'll go back to my computer, and I'm just going to zip all these files up just so they're a little bit bigger, and it gives me something to work with. Okay, I'm going to add to download zip. Okay, so now they're zipped up. Now I'm going to move this file into my Google Drive file stream. So I'm just going to, I'll just copy it, but I'll cut it. It's good to cut it. Okay, Google Drive file stream, my drive, temp. Okay, and then I'm going to paste into here. Okay, there's the file. Now if you look down here, instantly you'll see the Google Drive file stream app is picked up. There's a file change, it queues it. So if there's a lot, it'll queue them all up, and then it'll start uploading that file. Okay, so there goes 4%. Now, so the advantage of this is if the file's really big, okay, it'll upload the file and keep going. Now, if you turn your computer off or your internet gets cut, when you come back, it'll pick up where it left off and keep going. So it's a really great way of bulk migrating large files or lots of files in if you want to let them trickle feed up. Okay, now you'll see that's finished, and there you go. That file has now appeared over here. Okay, so that's the third way of putting them into the Google Drive. Okay, and you can see then there's the parallel between the two. All 4 of my files that I've demoed are all there. Okay, and they're all over on this side too. Okay, so that's how to work with Google Drive and the 3 ways of getting files over there. I'm just recapping. One is to go from the email, clicking the Save to Google Drive icon, and then organizing or picking your Google Drive folder. Goes from Google to Google. It's very quick. The second way is to drag it into your Chrome browser Google Drive. Okay, and it'll upload in that window. Careful about interrupting it. Okay, or the third way is to drop it locally on your computer and let the file stream app synchronize it upwards. Okay, so that's the 3 ways for how to synchronize or how to move files into Google Drive. Now, if you've liked this video, feel free to subscribe to us. The links are over here. go to our website and you can subscribe. We're putting out videos like this every week for tips on how to use cloud solutions or systemize your business. There's also our thriving YouTube channel, seems to be growing exponentially, and our Facebook group where you can get access to all of our content and Facebook Lives. Lastly, there's our ebook, which we've released, revised and updated, the top 26 cloud apps for systemizing your business, which we've just gone through and put a whole bunch of new ones in there. They're the tools we use or we recommend to clients based on their business and help them systemize and grow the way they work. I'm Dean Grab. Hope you've liked this video, and I'll see you on the next one.